Good morning. Now, they want y'all to react to them taking down the Black Lives Matter street or sign on the street. Don't react. Don't. It's embedded in us. We're black. Don't react to them knackers. I'm being funny, but I'm serious. Don't react to them. They're coming for everyone, but they will soon learn that they will fall. Do not react to them. Please don't react to them. Have a good day. Just make your post and make your money off of it. That's what y'all not understand. Make the money off of what they're doing in order for them to get their pockets taken away. And another thing, that orange man will have to buy all of them Teslas for Elon Musk to make his money back, because nobody else is buying that. Nobody else is buying that. Have a good day.
Immaculate! If y'all acting like you can't read, it says Black Lives Matter on the street leading up to the White House. Beep, beep, coming through. I'm on my street. I matter. Thank you. Move, sir. Move, sir.
I'm saddened by it because I do think that the Black Lives Matter movement has been co-opted and they're trying to erase it, obviously, but it's probably the second most important civil rights movement in American history.
And I would tell everybody in this room, you shouldn't have an ounce of respect for anybody claiming Black Lives Matter at this point when they don't give a flying flip about black police officers. They don't care about black conservatives. They care nothing about black people in the hood. They don't even raise money for people in the hood. They don't care about black men who are out here doing the right thing, that need a hand up, that need help out. How many businesses have they gave these millions of dollars to? How many black businesses have they sustained during the shutdown? None. How much money went to George Floyd's family that they raised after his death? None. How many went to any of these people? They have done nothing but sit around and bash people as a racist, domestic, terrorist organization. That's how I look at them. If you don't want people to not like you, get your stuff together and start supporting people in this country, or shut your freaking mouth.
They started the destruction of the Black Lives Matter mural on Black Lives Matter Plaza in DC today. And I say destruction instead of reconstruction because they are actually literally destroying the street in order to just repave it. Now, it took millions of dollars to actually design this mural, and they are saying that it's going to take hundreds and thousands of dollars to actually reconstruct it. But I just want to stress again that they are actually using our tax dollars to destroy this street, just to reconstruct it and redesign it, when we are literally getting ready to go into a recession. I also hear that they are going to rename the plaza as well, and as of today they have not actually confirmed that yet and confirmed the actual new name. Now, this mural is actually north of the White House, so I believe this is something that number 47 has to see every time that he flies into the White House. So of course he wants it gone. Is this helping our economy? Is this actually helping anyone save money? Do you know anyone that this is actually going to help? Let me know.
I'm saddened by it because I do think that the Black Lives Matter movement has been co-opted and they're trying to erase it, obviously, but it's probably the second most important civil rights movement in American history.
So the Republicans got their way. Today they started destroying Black Lives Matter Plaza in Washington, D.C. Like, why was this plaza a bother to them? They don't want to see nothing black. It really shows how much racism is in America. Nobody can tell me that man in office is not a racist.
President, arrest the president. You got the evidence. Arrest the president. Arrest the president. Arrest the president. You got the evidence.
We're approaching the Black Lives Matter Plaza and the mural that's going to be taken down today and erased, essentially.
It's a sign of the times. We have a whole different type of person in the office.
And to me, it almost seems like he's saying Black lives don't matter. It's a sad world, sad nation we're in.
This is something good that the the city wanted to do for African Americans.
Some residents in the local community have gathered around to watch this take place.
The fact that you're removing it, you're erasing it, it's like you're trying to erase our history.
This iconic painting has been here for 4.5 years. It represents a symbol of activism and resistance. But why is this happening? Well, DC Mayor Bowser was given an ultimatum by Republican lawmakers: either paint over the slogan or risk losing federal funding.
It's just petty and hateful and wrong.
I'm totally against this. Totally.
I don't believe that this is happening. I just thought it would always be here. It's a part of history.
You can tear up the concrete, but you can't erase the history. You can't erase how people feel about this plaza.
I can't even talk no more. I'm at loss for words right now.
US Representative and Republican Andrew Clyde introduced legislation that also called for the area in downtown where I am now to be renamed from Black Lives Matter Plaza to Liberty Plaza.
I'm Black Lives Matter every day, 24/7, and I know the contributions that black people made to this country, that they think by removing the word black and removing the word indigenous and removing the word discrimination and racism is somehow going to erase the history of America and how America became great. No, it won't.
Black Lives Matter mural in Washington, D.C. is currently getting painted over. This decision came after a Republican from Georgia, Andrew Clyde, gave them an ultimatum, either that the mural gets removed or they risk losing federal funding. So in a tough decision, they decided to let go of the mural. It's currently getting painted over as we speak. You can see live coverage on it on AP. The mural served as a powerful symbol of activism and a gathering place for joy and resistance ever since the tragic murder of George Floyd, and now it is gone.
As you can see, the working crews are out, and it is the end of this mass race hysteria happening in our country. This right here, by the way, that was the church they tried to burn down, if you remember. And the crews are out here removing this 2-block-long mural of Black Lives Matter Plaza out here in the streets of Washington, D.C.
So they're taking the whole road out because they stained it so bad?
They put like a thick layer on it, so they have to grind it down, I think.
Oh.
You can see it like it's raised. It's not just regular old street paint. That's like another surface they put on top.
It's not like that. It's not like that big of a deal, is it? Though, if they decided to keep it there, is it better for all involved if they just move on here?
All lives matter, so why just put that on there?
Because saying that's racist.
That's racist.
Mm-hmm.
But just saying that.
All lives matter is racist. Blue lives matter is racist. Anything besides BLM is racist, and that's the way it was treated at the time, which I think is really disingenuous.
Black Lives Matter Plaza in Washington, D.C. is now being dismantled. Here's a video of that. So this was actually created in 2020, right around the time of the George Floyd protest. So the mayor of DC's decision was a symbolic gesture of solidarity with the Black Lives Matter movement and a direct response to the protest in DC. It was also a counterpoint to the actions by the Trump administration at that time. So it was created as a symbolic and physical space for activism, resistance, and community engagement in Washington, D.C. So now again, that is currently being removed by the Trump administration. It's expected to take about 6 to 8 weeks. Just a reminder, if you want more details on many of these topics, my Substack link is in my bio. It's a free email newsletter. It's the best way to get the most in-depth and most direct information.
Hi, Rise friends. If you haven't heard, the Black Lives Matter mural in Washington, D.C. is being removed after Republican lawmakers threatened to withhold federal funding unless the mural was taken down and the plaza was renamed. This isn't about just paint on the ground. It's a larger effort to erase symbols of resistance and dismantle support for marginalized communities. Under Trump's leadership, we've seen repeated attacks on movements that we care about, such as racial justice, LGBTQ+ rights, and other efforts to uplift marginalized voices. The removal of this mural isn't just about a city redesign, it's a reflection of a broader push to silence activism and limit public support for these causes. So what can we do? We speak up. This means using our voices to challenge these actions, staying informed on policies that impact our communities, and mobilizing the leaders who stand for equity and justice. The fight for justice just doesn't end with the removal of this mural. It stands with our actions. Stay engaged, stay loud, and stay in the fight.
Are you aware of the removal of the Black Lives Matter mural? Does this really come to you as a shock at this point? So, people are like, Tony, I'm kind of shocked that you haven't mentioned anything about the removal of the Black Lives Matter mural, near the White House. You want my thoughts? Like, here it go. Okay, so what I think about the Black Lives Matter mural being destroyed, I don't care. I don't care because it's just another symbolism that has done nothing for the black community. What black people have been asking for, if it wasn't for reparations, policy change, or the preservation of life, all of which have been ignored. We see everybody else getting their handouts. We see everybody else get policies that favor them. We see everybody else get bills to protect their existence. But when it comes to us, it's basically, have a nice day. Here, we'll give you another street name, a mural, a statue. Now shut up and go away. That's what we got. And yes, that has fell under the Democratic Party. We've had Democrats that have shot down the idea of reparations, but yet we want to put all the blame on the Republicans. And they have their fault in the situation too. If it ain't one thing that these two parties agree on, they don't want reparations for black people. They absolutely don't. They may talk about it till they blue in the face, red in the face, purple in the face. But for anybody else, oh, here you go. When it comes to a war, here you go. When it comes to whatever weapons and whatever, here you go. Oh, for the billionaires, oh, here you go. But when black people have brought out many examples throughout the course of history that say this is what we are owed, y'all like, fuck y'all. But for anybody else, I hear a lot of ignorance coming from those MAGA supporters, the Republicans, the alt-right conservatives, even the black ones, that black people should stop crying, stop asking for handouts and stuff like that. But it's all right for everybody else to get a handout. That's the whole contradiction, the hypocrisy, the nonsense that I can't even entertain. Because when there are examples that validate when we make our rebuttals, y'all don't want to hear it. But if it's an attack on us, y'all all for it. And that's a bunch of bullshit. So y'all can fuck off for all I care. But I have mentioned this. I am proud that when it came to the situation in Ohio, that you had people that actually stood their ground instead of running away and accepting that hatred, the symbolism of hatred, the symbolism of a certain group throughout the history who showed that they had a distaste for us. But they are protected. I wonder why. But it's to no surprise. And it made me proud to see, even if it's for a short period of time, when Kendrick Lamar was able to bring gangs that were in conflict with one each other together. It shows that there was a possibility. I remember the Million Man March. it, to me at the time, brought about hope. But instead, I felt that it painted a target on our backs. I think because of the Million Man March, it gave law enforcement a reason to decrease our numbers intentionally. It was open season on those in the black community. Because in their eyes, there was too many of us. Can't have that. But even with that being said, here's my dream. My dream is that there's no more conflict or division within the black community. My dream is that we could build a community where there are hospitals built and ran by doctors, where there are lawyers, a judicial system, our own policing, our own community that's thriving with stores, another Black Wall Street. Our own entertainment. Because since I'm seeing that they don't want us to be included in what they got going on, they want to push us out, they want us excluded from anything that has anything to do with them, then so be it. We'll honor that. But with that being said, if that does come to pass, don't step your foot nowhere near the black community to try to bomb our shit, to try to essay and pillage and steal our wealth the way you have done as history has shown. You leave us alone, we'll leave you alone, because anytime you try to make that domestic terrorist threat towards us, we ain't gonna stand down this time. It's not gonna happen. So you do you and we'll do us. How about that? If that's the America that you want, where you wanted to go back to where we're segregated, then you leave us alone. If that is what you want, don't come crying about, oh, this is no. This is what you are encouraging. This is what you're promoting. This is what you're agreeing with when it comes to this administration. You'll have your laws for you and we'll have our laws for us. How about that? And don't tell me it can't be done, because I've seen it when it came to the example in Connecticut with Foxwoods and Mohegan Sun. When the Mohegan Sun, the Mashantucket Pequot, they got their own reservation, they got their own tribal police, they got their own laws. So I know that it can be done. I'm just saying. And furthermore, no, we're not going to get mad and triggered because you done tore down a mural or that you're entertaining the thought of letting this officer out of jail, pardon this officer that unalived George Floyd. No. Because you want a knee-jerk reaction to give you guys an excuse, as many content creators have stated before, not only here on TikTok, but also on YouTube. If what you call us being aware of what you guys are doing woke, yeah, we're very much aware of what your game plan is. We're not falling for it. Because we're not giving you the excuse to eliminate us. So take that for whatever it's worth. Night.